It's finally here, our neutral eye collection. I can't wait for you guys to try these. Okay, I've been dying to do an eyeshadow palette that's like basically all the colors I use and currently use with the Essential Neutrals eyeshadow palette. This is how pretty it looks. These are all of my favorite colors that I basically use daily. A lot of red carpets. I'm gonna kind of show you some of my favorites. This one is the Pastel Peach, and the reason why I like this one is I blend it in with this caramel. It's like a caramel creme. And then I go in my crease like that. I just love the payoff. And then you can add whatever shade you want to deepen it. Like if I wanted to go a little bit more into the brown, I can go underneath here. Make that a little smokier. This is going to be so much fun for you guys to try, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with.
The internet has a long memory and an even shorter fuse. So when Selena Gomez hit post, just hours after Hailey Bieber made a headline-grabbing announcement, it didn't take long for timelines to erupt. What might have been an ordinary social media moment quickly transformed into a digital storm, with fans dissecting every word, every emoji, and every possible hidden meaning. In the world of celebrity culture, timing is everything. And this time, the timing was impossible to ignore. Hailey Bieber's announcement had already set the tone for the day. Whether it was a new business move, a personal milestone, or a subtle life update, it immediately captured attention across platforms. Fans, media outlets, and influencers rushed to react, flooding comment sections with support and curiosity. It was one of those moments where the spotlight seemed firmly fixed on Hailey, her brand, and her evolving public image. Then came Selena Gomez. Within hours, Selena shared a post that, on its surface, didn't directly reference Hailey at all. But in the hyper-connected, hyper-analyzed world of social media, context often matters more than content. The timing alone was enough to spark speculation. Was it coincidence? Was it intentional? Or was it simply another example of how two of the most talked about women on the internet can't seem to exist in the same digital space without being compared? The post itself was classic Selena, polished but personal, subtle yet emotionally resonant. Depending on who you asked, it carried different meanings. Some fans saw it as empowering, a reflection of growth and self-assurance. Others interpreted it as cryptic, even strategic. And then there were those who believed it was a direct, if unspoken, response to Hailey's earlier announcement. That's when things began to spiral. Social media users quickly split into camps. On one side were Selena's supporters, defending her right to post whatever she wanted, whenever she wanted. They argued that reading into the timing was unfair, even obsessive. She can't live her life based on what others post. One fan wrote, echoing a sentiment that gained traction across platforms. On the other side were critics who weren't so forgiving. They questioned the coincidence, suggesting that Selena, knowingly or not, had reignited a narrative that has followed both women for years. For them, the post wasn't just a post. It was part of a larger pattern, one that keeps pulling the past into the present. What makes this situation particularly volatile is the history that shadows it. Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber have long been linked in the public imagination, largely due to their connections to Justin Bieber. Even years after relationships have ended and lives have moved on, the narrative persists, fueled by nostalgia, speculation, and a constant stream of online commentary. Both women have, at different times, attempted to shut down the tension. There have been moments of apparent peace, even mutual respect, that suggested the story had finally reached its conclusion. But the internet rarely lets stories end quietly. Instead, it revives them, reshapes them, and reinterprets them through every new interaction or perceived interaction. That's exactly what happened here. As Selena's post gained traction, older narratives resurfaced. Clips, quotes, and past interviews began circulating again, often stripped of context and reframed to fit current assumptions. What might have been a fleeting moment turned into a full-blown discourse, with millions weighing in on something neither Selena nor Hailey explicitly addressed. And yet, amid the noise, there's an important question that often gets overlooked. How much of this is real, and how much is projection? Celebrity culture thrives on connection, but also thrives on interpretation. Fans feel invested, sometimes deeply so, in the lives of people they follow. That investment can blur the line between observation and assumption. A caption becomes a statement. A photo becomes a message. Timing becomes intention. In reality, the truth is often far less dramatic than the narrative built around it. Selena Gomez has consistently used her platform to share moments of vulnerability, reflection, and growth. Her posts often resonate because they feel authentic, not calculated. Hailey Bieber, on the other hand, has carved out her own identity in the public eye, balancing personal life with professional ventures in a way that keeps her firmly relevant. Both women exist in the same digital ecosystem, but that doesn't necessarily mean every action is interconnected. Still, perception is powerful. For many fans, the overlap, real or imagined, is enough to sustain the story. It keeps people talking, debating, and, inevitably, choosing sides. And in an era where engagement drives visibility, these moments become more than just personal updates. They become cultural events. As the backlash or support continues to unfold, neither Selena nor Hailey has directly addressed the situation. That silence, too, has become part of the conversation. Some see it as strategic, others as mature restraint. Either way, it leaves room for speculation to grow. But perhaps the most telling aspect of this entire episode is not what was posted, but how it was received. The reaction reveals just how deeply audiences are invested in narratives that may no longer reflect reality. It highlights the challenges of living and posting in a space where every move is scrutinized and every moment can be turned into a headline. And it raises a broader question about the role of social media in shaping not just how we see celebrities, but how we understand their relationships, their intentions, and their lives. In the end, Selena Gomez's post may have been nothing more than a moment of self-expression, or it may have carried layers of meaning known only to her. But once it entered the public sphere, especially when it did, it became something else entirely, a mirror reflecting the expectations, assumptions, and emotions of millions watching from behind their screens. And as long as those expectations exist, moments like this won't just pass by quietly. They'll ignite, evolve, and linger long after the original post fades from view.